What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kira Speaks here. Today I've got a crazy story for y'all. So if y'all happen to enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for me. Let's try to get to 1,000 subs. Run that shit up, boys. Um, so yeah, today I'm gonna be talking about the time that I stole a car. Nice car at that. So let's get right into it. I was around 17 at the time, and I was still, or I think this was like around the time that I started to take benzos like Xanax and shit, and I wasn't really on perks yet, but that was coming down the line. Um, but yeah, so me and my friend, we're gonna call him Jay, we, I used to get kicked out of my house all the time, and if not, I would leave the house all the time, just to kind of do what I wanted selfishly. And one day I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave for like a week. And so I went to my homie's house and I popped a bunch of bars, I think like 2 or 3 in one sitting. And I was like, alright, I waited a while, I got a little fucked up, you know, and when you're on Xanax, you have like no anxiety at all. You could do, not in a good way, but you can literally do like the craziest shit and not feel bad about it. But yeah, so um, this wasn't the first time I did this, but I don't even remember honestly the first time I did this. But where I grew up, there was this thing that we called car hopping, which is where you just like go to an apartment complex or something of the sort, and you start to jingle or like try to open up the car doors, I guess, and just like take whatever's inside, bro. And you know, looking back at it, I mean, that's crazy, and I don't recommend anybody do that. But you know, the shit you do when you're young and strung out on this shit, it's just crazy, man. But yeah, so this was at an apartment complex, and this certain apartment complex, they had garages, I guess, on the first story. And I was going car to car, like outside, and I couldn't find shit. But then I come across this one car, and I see it. It's inside of the garage, and the garage door is open. And keep in mind, this is like, what, probably like 1 o'clock at night. It was like on a Tuesday, so homeboy had work the next day. But yeah, so I was with my friend Jay. I didn't have a car at the time. And keep in mind, I was outside of my parents' house. I couldn't go back there and stay the night. And I didn't really have anywhere to go. So I was like, alright, I'm just gonna see what I can find here, try to figure out a move. And I go to that car that's in the garage, that's open. And it's a Audi S5 2019. And at the time I didn't know about cars or anything, so I'm pretty sure those things are supercharged, but they only have like 330 horsepower or something. But nice car regardless of the horsepower, you know, like luxury wise the thing was nice. um, but yeah, so I see the car in the garage and I start to walk up towards it, and I'm barred out of my mind. I'm literally going into someone's garage, which counts as breaking and entering in the state that I live. So I go into the garage, I open the door, and it opens, like the car door is open. So I go in there, and I'm like, holy shit, okay, so I start to kind of loot that shit. I start to open up the glove box and shit and see what's in there. And in no way I'm trying to condone anything I do. This is just more of to get it off my chest, you know? I don't recommend anybody do this, and um, I did get prosecuted for this, so it's already all been said and done. But his, I know this sounds terrible, guys, but his debit card was in there, and his wallet. So keep in mind, this is a 2019, which is the year, this was like a 2-year-old car. Or no. It was like brand new almost, and it had to have been like the same year of the car. And I get inside the car and I lift up the middle, not the glove box, but like the thing that you rest your arm on. And I shit you not, boys, the key fob to this brand new Audi S5 coupe was just sitting beside there. And their garage was open and the car door was open. So, looking back at it, I mean, I don't think it was like a government trap or whatever, like those police traps they set up. But I just think it's crazy for that sequence of events to unfold like that, you know? But yeah, so since it was a newer car, it had one of those e-brakes on it, like where you have to like push this parking brake button to disengage the brakes. But at the time I didn't know that. So I turned the car on and it's a nicer car, so I mean it's still a V6, but that thing was still kind of loud, especially in a garage. Y'all know how cars are. Um, but yeah, that thing was super loud. It was 1 in the morning. I don't know how this guy didn't wake up, and I'm thankful that it didn't, because who knows what could have happened. It just goes to show you don't know what you're getting into, man, and this is not worth it, you know, no matter what. But yeah, so I get in the car, I turn it on, it's loud as shit. Not loud as shit, but you know. And I'm trying to disengage the brake because I put it in reverse, but that shit is not going anywhere. But then I see like where the thing you lift up, where I found the key, kind of on the dash, there's a red button, so I push it and it disengages the parking brake. And sure enough, boys, we're out of there. So, like I said, this is an apartment complex, so story's kind of getting confusing because I vaguely remember this because I was so fucked up. But my friend picked me up because I didn't have a car, and he was too scared to go on the hits and like do the actual car hopping with me. So he would like wait in the car, and I went inside that garage, and then I came back out once I saw the keys, and I was like, dude, the keys are here. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna leave you, bro, if you do that. And in my head, I was like, okay, I don't give a shit, honestly. So I was like, all right, you leave then, and I'm gonna do this. And then, so yeah, that happened. I got out of the apartment complex. I was still kind of like a, I don't know. I didn't push the car as much as I should have, you know. But yeah, that sounds crazy. But yeah, I wish I would have used the car how it should have been driven. When I was 17. I didn't know like about cars at the time, but now I'm a huge car guy now. You know, like I know everything about cars almost. Um, Let me know y'all's dream car in the comments. Mine's probably, realistically, a Hellcat. Unrealistically, I want like a 812 super fast. That's like my favorite car, honestly. I would love one of those, man. Or like a SVJ Lambo with Gentani exhaust. Yeah, let me know. But yeah, anyways, so I get out of the neighborhood, out of the apartment complex, and or I'm by myself at this point because homeboy dipped. I'm just trying to find something to do, right? So there's these three girls that always used to hang out with each other. So I picked them up. It's not really relevant, but yeah, I picked them up. We were riding around for like 3 or 4 hours, so like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we drank some Malibu or something at this park, and then I dropped him off. And then I picked up my homeboy, not Jay, but we're gonna call him, shit, I don't know. We're gonna call him Mark. So Mark was already drunk, and keep in mind it was 4 in the morning, so he was kind of just in the back of my car, passed out. And at the time, I was such a loser. I didn't have like 20 bucks to my name, and I didn't have enough money to get gas in the car. So my next thing was, shit, how am I gonna get gas in the car to keep this going, right? And by this time, it was probably like 9, 10 in the morning. Because me and Mark, we were just cruising for hours. I don't even know what the hell we did. But, yeah, so I was trying to find a way to get money for gas. And so I texted one of my plugs, and I was like, hey bro, do you think if I scoop you, you give me gas money, I'll take you on drops? Because he was always asking for people to take him on drops and stuff, and he agreed. And so we meet up, and the first thing I have to do is go get gas, like no question about it, I have to go get gas. So we go to the gas station, and this is a 2019 car, you know, so it has good tech in it. And it had a tracker in it, which I kind of assumed, I kind of knew, but at the time I didn't really care about what happened to me, you know? Like I didn't care if I went to jail or like what. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take it. But I knew that in the back of my head, and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna end good, you know? Like I knew it wasn't going to. So we go to the gas station, and I'm assuming that at like 6 in the morning is when he woke up for work and was like, holy shit, my car's gone, and he called the cops. And like by 11 is whenever we had to go get gas. So we went and we got the gas. He gave me cash, like 20 cash. So I had to go inside the gas station and like pay with my cash. And I found out later, Mark and the plug that I met with, they saw like 2 black SUVs pull up next to the car while I was inside. And obviously it made them feel weird. But then I come out and I start pumping gas in the car, right? Because I didn't notice, and I was all fucked up. I didn't give a shit if I did notice. And I'm pumping the tank, right? And then, no bullshit, there's this like pressure on my head that I feel, and it's cold. It's like a cold 20-pound weight that's on your head. And it was a gun from a police officer. So the 2 black SUVs were cops, obviously. And yeah, they put a gun to my head. They said, don't fucking move. They basically like clipped my legs out from under me after they cuffed me. They told me to like stay still, and I kept moving around. So they clipped my legs out from under me, and I got arrested. And the plug, he had a gun on him, and he had like 20 carts. And he tried to like put that shit under my seat, I'm pretty sure, because what I got from the detectives, I guess, because I got like interrogated and shit. They were like, yeah, we found this gun under your seat and these carts. And you know, I'm obviously not ever gonna tell on anyone. I would never do that. But I told him, I don't know whose shit that is, but it's not mine. And that's all I said. That's all it takes, you know. You don't ever have to like tell on someone, but you don't have to like take the fall, you know what I mean? And you can call that dry snitching, I guess, or whatever you want, but I'm not about to crash out for like go out like that for something like that, you know what I mean? In my opinion, that's not dry snitching, that's just saying that shit's not mine, which I think anybody would do. But yeah, um, I end up getting charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, which is very lucky considering what I did, you know. Could have been a lot worse. Um, but yeah, I got 5 years of probation for that, 5 or 3 or something. And I was already on probation at the time, or I think it was either that or I was like just getting off of it, like juvenile probation. So if y'all want to hear those stories, let me know, 'cause I'd love to share those. But yeah, I basically just I don't even know how long I served. I think it was like 5 days, which is seriously lucky. I don't know how I got so lucky, you know what I mean? I think just because of how young I was, 17, you know. But yeah, boys, that's it. That's it for the story. If y'all want any more, let me know. Please let me know what y'all thought of the story. Give your feedback. This is going to be the first video on the channel, but I really love doing this, you know, and I want to see where this can go. So if y'all enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And give your feedback in the comments, man. You know, I would love to interact with y'all. And let's try to get to like 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That'd be great, man. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for listening. And I hope y'all have a good day. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kira Speaks here. Today I've got a crazy story for y'all. So if y'all happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for me. Let's try to get to 1,000 subs. Run that shit up, boys. Um, so yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the time that I stole a car. Nice car at that. So let's get right into it. Um, I was around 17 at the time, and I was still, or I think this was like around the time that I started to take benzos like Xanax and shit, and I wasn't really on perks yet, but that was coming down the line. Um, but yeah, so me and my friend, we're gonna call him Jay, we, I used to get kicked out of my house all the time, and if not, I would leave the house